I just said I'm not going to be any more specific about it than I have been.
Do you believe that it was more than likely that Iran's supreme leader knew about this plot?
Again, Nora, I can't be more specific than I've been.
So how do you expect to rally the world then to further isolate Iran if you're not willing to say what elements, other than the Quds Force, was involved or knew about this assassination?
Well, let's be clear that the IRGC and the Quds Force is not some minor element of the Iranian government or military. Secondly, I think the fact that there was an attempted assassination of a protected diplomat it will be and is a matter of great concern to nations all around the world who have their diplomats positioned around the world. This is a flagrant violation of international law, and we don't believe that we're going to have any difficulty in persuading other nations to agree with us that this is quite a serious matter.
There's no doubt from the Secretary of State, from the Vice President, you yourself have said there's going to be no doubt persuading these other countries to take additional steps. What additional steps are you asking them to take?
Well, I think you see the course that we've pursued in terms of sanctions and other measures that isolate and put pressure on Iran. Other countries have been doing that as well, and we have worked with them prior to this incident to do that, and it has had a dramatic effect, we believe, in Iran. It has contributed to the further isolation of the Iranian regime and put pressure on them. And those are the kinds of actions that we're continuing to work on, both unilaterally and bilaterally and multilaterally.
Can you be more specific about what you mean?
Well, I think sanctions are pretty specific. We talked about, I just talked...
multiple rounds of sanctions on Iran.
Yeah, and they've had an effect, and we're going to intensify the pressure and continue to work with our allies and partners around the world to hold up and make clear Iranian behavior, and also make clear that they have a choice to make in terms of getting right by the international community, and we've made clear what that would entail.
But the Secretary of State said today we're going to hold them accountable.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like you want to make the Iranians pay the price. What do you want done?
Well, Nora, I think I can repeat the answers I've given. You saw 2 individuals charged. You saw sanctions levied on several more specific individuals. More action taken today against an airline that is related to this. And we will continue to take measures to put pressure on Iran. And as I've also said, we don't take anything off the table in these matters, but we're focused on this. And we know in the 2.5 years plus that we've been here that this approach has had an effect.
Let me just ask one more. The president knew about this plot back in June. The president's national security advisor informed King Abdullah about it 2 weeks ago. Why the lag time?
Mr. Donnellan did discuss this with the king. I don't know about any conversations that might have occurred prior to that or subsequent to that. We obviously cooperate very closely with Saudi Arabia, an important ally. We appreciate the statements that the Saudis put out yesterday. I just don't have anything more on that for you.